In this short video, I'll show you how to quickly create this slide text animation using smart tools. Now, it is important to point out that this text is fully responsive. Notice the mask, the text positioning, the animation, everything will adjust accordingly. And you can also adjust the timing of each animation by adjusting the layer in and out points. The first thing you need to do is create a new text in your composition. Next, bring in Smart Animator, select the text and hit apply. I'm gonna go ahead and navigate over to Smart Animator. We're gonna go to the position and there we're gonna select both position in and out. We're going to start with position in first, which is the in point of the layer. So starting out, I want for my text to start right underneath here and kind of slide in one by one. So we're going to go to the second value, which is the Y, and we're going to pull down on it to where it's right about here. So now if I scroll through this, it animates nicely. If I were to change the size to something much larger, it definitely creates some problems because this should be right underneath there. So I don't want to go over here and manually adjust it each time I do that. I want to create an expression or code that drives this property with code and basically adjusts everything automatically. And so what I want to do, I'm going to go over here to position in, alt click on a stopwatch to create an expression. And so as you can see, it's lit up in red, which means it's driven by this code. And inside here, we're going to create open and close square brackets. And for the first value, which is the X value, we're going to set it to 0 because we're not going to be touching the X axis. And then for the second value, this one right here, we're going to set it to the height of this text layer. And we're going to say, hey, this layer, we want to use source rect at time, which allows us to grab the height of this layer. And we're going to use it based on the endpoint of this layer. So we're going to say this layer endpoint, and then at the end we're going to say we want the height. So and then for the third value, this one right here, we're going to set it to 0 because it's Z, we don't need it. Notice everything adjusts accordingly. So if I scroll through this, everything moves in. Notice everything adjusts nicely. Now I want to do the same thing for the out. This out right here, I'm going to select this code, I'm going to paste it in there. Notice it's going to come in and then go back down. So I don't want it to go back down. So basically I want the negative value of this height. We're going to go to the beginning of this and just insert negative like this. And so just like that, it's going to reverse. So it's going to come in and then come out. The last thing I need to do is apply this smart mask. And it's very simple. Just select the text layer and make sure you have it set to layer midpoint, which will apply the mask based on layer midpoint where our text is stationary. So we're going to hit apply. And just like that, it applies this mask around our text. And if I go over here to the beginning, if I scroll through it, notice it animates from under it and then goes up. This text is responsive, so I can actually go over here and adjust the size of it. Notice the mask will definitely go with it. I can also add more to the text and it will adjust. The only thing we have left is just duplicate this and maybe position it out here, change the text to something else. And so now we have this text kind of animating in, then we have the other one animating in, and we can adjust the timing by adjusting the in and out points. So maybe we can bring in a bit closer, something like that. So that's how you do it.